today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They are led by their quarterback from the University of Hawaii, a former 7th-round pick. It's Cole McDonald.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll run on first down. Pearson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Check. 59.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
On first down, McDonald with a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
McDonald. And hauled in by the tight end Miller. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
7-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, McDonald, buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
To throw on 3rd down. McDonald, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
First down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. McDonald, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Throwing on first down. McDonald, he'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
Complete to Adam.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 78 yards.
And they've gone to it early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, McDonald, open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
On the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Bears.
Shotgun handoff down to Geis. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Tackle made.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 13-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McDonald throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, McDonald. They'll check it down to Geis. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Their own 26-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald eluding the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, McDonald. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
2-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, McDonald, and he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
McDonald sets to throw.
Being chased out left. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Pearson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, McDonald. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on. As there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Out. 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McDonald. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
But now it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald hits his target, Hunter. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, McDonald. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out. It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there as the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up at U.S.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taken in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They start the second half with a run by Geis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They'll run on first down. Pearson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Throwing is McDonald. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Eddie Pinheiro.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers...
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. McDonald got his man complete over the middle. That's Saunders. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. On the return is Cohen. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been effective and they're winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. First down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down. It's Pearson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hamilton on the tackle.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here. 2nd and 10.
7-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Pearson.
Number 25, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, McDonald. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Saints will have the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And this is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, McDonald, and that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
They'll start out here with the option left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jacoby Brissett.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Geis, the ball carrier. He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15.
Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack. And the Bears will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On 1st down, McDonald escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's McDonald to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Broken tackle, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throw left side, complete to Troutman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. McKinnon here. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on second down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down, McDonald. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down now, it's Pearson. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
from the gun on third down. McDonald going to throw right side here, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
First down, Brissett. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 6.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Saunders. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Able to find his running back, Geis. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
On third down, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. McDonald. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal. There's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? 19, Tiger. Give me some. Here we go. Check,
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Pearson, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, New Orleans. Today,
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.